All right, let's talk about something that's probably on your mind a lot: building real, lasting wealth. It can feel so complicated, maybe even a little out of reach sometimes, but it really doesn't have to be. So today, we're going to lay out a simple, super clear blueprint to put you on the path to financial freedom. Let's get right into it. So, does this feeling seem familiar? That low key stress about money? I mean, with the cost of everything going up and life throwing those unexpected bills at you, it can really feel like your paycheck just evaporates. It's a super common struggle, but here's the good news: it does not have to be your reality. And that's exactly why we're here. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through the actionable plan you've been looking for. No confusing jargon, no smoke and mirrors, just the core principles that actually work. Okay, so first things first, let's start with the most important question of all. Why even bother building wealth? Because look, without a strong reason, it's really tough to stay motivated. And the answer might surprise you, because it's about so much more than just having a big pile of money. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The real goal here isn't the cash itself, it's the freedom that cash buys you. The freedom to choose a job you love, not just one you need. The freedom to handle an emergency with that gut-wrenching panic. And the freedom to chase what actually makes you happy. And let's be real, in today's world, a steady income is awesome, but it's often not enough to feel truly, deeply secure. Life loves to throw curveballs, right? Building wealth is your financial safety net, and it's also your springboard to a better life. So, how do we build that security? Well, for most of us, the engine that creates wealth is investing. It's how you literally make your money start working for you instead of you always working for it. Let's break down exactly how that happens. At its core, that's all investing is. It's not some complicated thing only for Wall Street wizards. You're just taking your money and putting it into assets, things like stocks or real estate, with the totally reasonable expectation that over time, they're going to be worth more. You're becoming an owner, not just a spender. And this brings us to the single most powerful ingredient in your entire financial toolkit: time. Seriously. More than having a huge salary, more than getting a lucky stock pick. Just having time on your side is your absolute greatest advantage. And here's why time is your superpower. It all comes down to compound interest. People call it magic, and it kind of is. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. Your first little bit of money earns some returns, and then those returns start earning their own returns. It's slow at first, for sure, but then it just accelerates like crazy over the years. Okay, so let's put a number on that magic. Take a look at this: $590,000. That might seem like a huge, almost impossible number. But what if I told you it was totally achievable with really small, consistent actions? And here's the recipe. It's just so powerful. We are not talking about winning the lottery or getting some massive inheritance. By investing just $100 a month, that's it. Starting at age 18, you could have well over $500,000 by the time you retire. That right there is the mind-blowing power of time and consistency. Okay, so you're probably thinking, I'm in. I need to invest. But in what? Great question. Let's open up the toolkit and look at the basic building blocks that pretty much anyone can use to get started. The two big ones you'll always hear about are stocks and bonds, and it's actually pretty simple. With stocks, you're buying a tiny piece of a company. You're an owner. With bonds, you're basically giving a loan to a company or the government. So here's the key trade-off. Stocks have a much higher potential to grow your money, but they come with more risk. Bonds are way safer, but you're going to get a lower return. Makes sense, right? Now, for most of us, especially when we're starting out, trying to pick individual stocks is, well, it's pretty stressful. And that's where mutual funds and ETFs are an absolute game changer. Think of them like a basket that holds hundreds, sometimes thousands, of different stocks and bonds all at once. So with one single purchase, you're instantly diversified. It's a fantastic, simplified solution. And here's the absolute best part. Gone are the days when you needed a fortune just to get in the game. With all the modern apps out there, you can literally start investing with a single dollar, $1. The barrier to entry has completely vanished, which means this is something absolutely everyone can do. All right, you've got the tools. Now we need to talk about the rules of the road. Knowing what to buy is half the battle. Knowing how to invest for the long run is the other half. So let's cover the two most important rules for success. I know, you've heard this a million times. But there is a reason your grandma said it, and there's a reason financial experts say it. It's the core idea of diversification. I mean, think about it. If you put every penny you have into one company and it goes belly up, you lose everything. It's a simple concept, but it's probably the most critical rule for managing risk. And this is what that looks like in the real world. Instead of just one basket, you have several. You're spreading your money across different kinds of investments, like stocks, bonds, maybe even a little real estate. This helps smooth out the ride because when one area is down, another might be up, balancing out your whole portfolio. Okay, golden rule number 2 is all about your mindset. So many people jump into investing hoping to get rich overnight, but that's not how it works. True wealth building is a long-term game. It's a marathon. It takes patience and discipline, not a bunch of frantic, stressful decisions. And this timeline shows you exactly why that marathon mindset is so critical. Look, in the first few years, the growth feels kind of slow. It's easy to get discouraged. But if you just keep investing consistently, you hit this amazing tipping point where that compounding effect we talked about really takes off. The biggest, most incredible gains happen in those final decades, and they reward the people who just stayed the course. Finally, let's talk about mistakes to avoid. Because honestly, knowing what not to do can be just as important as knowing what to do. Let's look at a few of the common traps that can completely derail your progress. Okay, here are the big 3. Number 1, procrastination. As we've seen, time is your most valuable asset. The single biggest financial mistake isn't picking the wrong investment. It's waiting so long that you never pick any investment at all. Number 2, trying to time the market. And number 3, and this one is so important, not having an emergency fund. If you don't have a cash cushion for emergencies, one bad day could force you to sell your investments at the absolute worst time, wrecking your long-term plan. This really says it all, doesn't it? So many people get caught in this trap of trying to outsmart the market, predicting the crashes, trying to buy at the perfect bottom and sell at the perfect top. It's exhausting, and it almost never works. The proven path is so much simpler. Just invest a set amount regularly and think in terms of decades, not days. So we've covered the why, the what, and the how of building wealth. This blueprint absolutely works, but it only works if you actually take that first step. So I'll leave you with this question to get you started. What is your biggest money goal for the next 5 years? Seriously, think about it. Answering that question is the true beginning of your journey to financial freedom.